This Occupy Luthuli House, I'll tell you one thing, it's occupied Twitter as well. Everybody talking about what is going on. Is it happening? Isn't it happening? Why isn't it happening? Rumors flying around that there's many wanting to call it off, particularly due to the poor numbers. That's what many are blaming it on, saying that they've decided to call it off because the numbers just weren't there. But the organizers are saying, no, the numbers were there, but they were worried about their lives and they wanted to protect them. So they sent out an early morning message telling the members not to join the march because their lives would be put at risk. So let's find out from our reporters on the scene there. They're doing a great job just trying to bring us up to speed as to what exactly is going on. We've got Aldrin St. Pierre. We've also got Griselda Lewis that are stationed there at Luthuli House at the ANC's headquarters in Johannesburg. Aldrin, Beyers-Naudé, this is what I'm hearing, is that they supposedly were meant to be walking at 8 o'clock from Beyers-Naudé to Luthuli House. So have you heard of anybody gathering at Beyers-Naudé perhaps? Are there some people en route there, or is this really just a damp squib? Was it just a matter of there weren't numbers to begin with and it was obviously we had to find a reason to cancel and this is the reason being given, or are you getting more?
Well, just looking at what's happening actually at Beyers-Naudé, for lack of a better description, it is a dry spell. There's no one, literally, who is part of the supporters of Occupy, hashtag Occupy Luthuli House. Earlier on, Griselda spoke to Gugundima, who indicated that they've scaled down the numbers, and as you've indicated as well, because of the threats that they've been receiving. But we don't know where those threats are coming from and who have made those threats. For instance, if you look at what happened at the press briefing on Friday, when Gugundima was interrupted by the ANC Youth League members, she said that the protest and the march will continue as planned, even after that interruption, and fears of violence, that violence will break out. But this time around, what we're seeing is something different. There is absolutely no one that is supporting the hashtag Occupy Luthuli House as supporters, but we had earlier on just the leadership. And just looking right here behind me as well, you can see that the police came out in their numbers to make sure that they provide safety. These barbed wires have been here since yesterday, as well as a water cannon right in the background. Griselda, quite a disappointment for the organizers, I guess. They're saying that no, we've just wanted to scale down the numbers.
Well, kind of hard to believe at this stage, because the impression that was created during that press conference, Aldrin, which you attended, was that the numbers were going to be quite huge. They were here to send a statement or to give out a clear message that what they term the erosion of the ANC was something they wanted to bring through to leadership. What's also very interesting to note at this point, Aldrin, is that the usual ANC meeting that takes place on Mondays doesn't seem to be going ahead at this point. It certainly remains to be seen if that does happen as we head further on into the morning. But, quite at pains, I could see there Gugundima trying to justify, saying that some of their buses have been turned away by police, but also equally at pains to say who exactly is threatening. That press release that they issued in the early hours of this morning was quite vague. Who exactly is threatening these members? But right here behind us, absolutely no one gathered there at this point. We saw as well when you did speak to Kusela Sangoni a bit earlier on, where she indicated that they will not be facing any disciplinary action at this point. But from what we're gathering at this point, it would be a disappointment on their part from what we're seeing here. Absolutely no buses. Exactly how many people are going to hand over, this list of demands, and who exactly will receive that memorandum. Quite concerning, I guess, on their part at this stage. But certainly they're trying to brush it up by saying that there's been quite a number of threats made against their members.
I actually found that conversation with Kusela quite interesting, that the ANC's response to Occupy Luthuli House, saying that we're not stopping anyone from protesting or demonstrating outside Luthuli House. And of course, we've seen what that happened actually during the Fees Must Fall protest that took place here outside Luthuli House, and also the other crossing. The producers now is telling us that something is happening. Let's just quickly rush to the front of Luthuli House to go and see what exactly is taking place as the members of hashtag Occupy Luthuli House said that they will be handing over a memorandum of demands, and as Griselda said earlier on, that there's no indication as yet who exactly will be receiving the memorandum of demand from the leaders of Occupy Luthuli House. Right now what you can see, these are the MK Military Veteran Association members standing outside Luthuli House. They have been here since earlier this morning. Some say that they've been here as early as as early as 4 a.m. There you have it there, a few members of the ANC marching across Luthuli House. Not sure as yet which faction they are from. Are they supporters of hashtag Occupy Luthuli House? We are going to try and ascertain exactly who these people are and which faction they are from. Are they part of those who say that they will be defending Luthuli House, or are they part of those that said that they will be occupying Luthuli House this morning? Let's just quickly get across. As you can imagine, that there's a buzz of activity outside Luthuli House. Here you have them, members and supporters of the ANC. Sabona Mamjani. How's it, sir? Morning. How are you, sir? Can you just quickly tell us where are you guys from and why are you guys here outside today?
We are from Free State and we're here against the march. We are marching against racism today. We are from the Free State Bloemfontein.
Are you guys here to defend Luthuli House? Are you here to occupy Luthuli House?
We are here to defend Luthuli House.
You are here to defend Luthuli House. Are you guys at all upset what has happened while members of the ANC say that they will be occupying Luthuli House this morning?
Leadership, it's a very big deal that I will tell you there's something wrong that's going on, and we are very upset. We are defending Luthuli House and we love it.
Okay then, perfect. Thank you so much. Well, as it just indicated there, that they are part of those that are defending Luthuli House, not as what we expected, that those are not the people that will be occupying Luthuli House, not supporters of hashtag Occupy.
Well, certainly the numbers are quite disappointing on their part, Aldrin. If we're looking about plus minus 15 to 20, they're saying they're from the Free State. I guess this is part of the buses that were not turned away, as per what the organisers had indicated a bit earlier on. But we're not sure at this stage whether the numbers are going to increase. This is all we're seeing at this point, and the sentiment shared amongst all of them, Aldrin, just before we went to air, saying that they're here to defend what the ANC stood for, according to them, and they are going to be part, I guess, of those who are going to be handing over that list of demands. But whether the numbers will increase is certainly something that remains to be seen, Aldrin.
Well, certainly, and Griselda and I will be outside Luthuli House for the rest of the morning and the entire day, just for the latest developments, and make sure that you keep tuned to SABC channel 404. We'll also be tweeting that is hashtag Occupy Luthuli House and hashtag Defend Luthuli House. Those are the two hashtags that are currently trending, and of course on our Twitter feed, that is SABC News. It's back to you in studio.
Right, there you have it. That's the latest from the city of Johannesburg, the CBD. Bit of confusion there, I have to tell you. Marching against racism. That was
for a moment. I thought, okay.
Yeah, thinking, are you in the right place? Anyway, that's the story. So I mean, it's turning into a little bit of a confusing situation. But you can see that Griselda and Aldrin are running around, and they'll be bringing you everything you need to go from there. So please, everything you need to know. So don't tune out. This is the place to be.
Well, I suppose that was supposed to be the spark of the day.
Yeah, well, it seems to.
We'll just watch how it unfolds here on SABC News Channel. So make sure that you do stay tuned.